India's iron ore pellet scenario in H1 FY24 ended on a positive note, riding the growth in crude steel production. Correspondingly, production and export volumes remain on a higher side. Hello everyone, welcome back. This vlog will throw some light on how did Indian pellet industry perform in H1 FY24. Production of iron ore pellet in India in H1 FY24 stood at around 44 million ton. Production increased by 11% year-on-year from over 39 million ton in H1 FY23. Odisha accounted for over 30% of total production in H1 FY24 with 13.5 million ton, an increase of 10% year-on-year from 12.3 million ton in the same period last year. Likewise, Karnataka witnessed an increase of 10% in production with 8 million ton compared with 7.3 million ton in H1 FY23, followed by Jharkhand and Chhattisgarh at 6.5 million ton and 3.5 million ton respectively. On the other hand, production in Maharashtra edged up by 7% year-on-year to 4.8 million ton. West Bengal too saw increase in output to 3.3 million ton from around 3 million ton in H1 of the last fiscal year. JSW Steel, AMNS India and Tata Steel emerged as the top pellet producers in H1 FY24 with 12.4 million ton, 6.4 million ton and 5 million ton respectively. India's pellet production has increased parallelly with rising crude steel output. Meanwhile, benefits over usage of sinter, environmental benefits and quick delivery cycles continues to drive pellet demand in India. Meanwhile, India's installed pellet capacity was around 133.35 million ton in FY23, an increase of over 18% compared to 112.55 million ton in FY22, hence higher production. On the other hand, growing shortage of high-grade iron ore lumps reinforces the dependence on pellets. Producers, especially the integrated plants with captive facilities, looking to enhance productivity and energy efficiency have raised the share of pellets in the ferrous mix to 20 to 25%. DRI producers too have increased pellet usage because of benefits such as higher DR clean campaign life, lower specific coal consumption and maximization of refractory life due to a lack of accretion compared to iron ore lumps. India's pellet exports in H1 FY24 stood at nearly 4 million ton, a significant increase of 46% year-on-year as against 2.64 million ton in H1 FY23. Out of the total 4 million ton of pellet exports, China alone accounted for 3.23 million ton. Indonesia and Malaysia were the other Asian neighbors which sourced pellets from India, although volumes were no match to those of China's. Runta and state-owned KIOCL were the top exporters of pellets at 1.2 million ton and 0.8 million ton respectively. DRPL and AMNS India were the other leading pellet exporters. The imposition of 45% export duty on pellets in May last year led to a sharp drop in exports, which fell to nil in September 22. The duties were rolled back in November last year. Therefore, exports in H1 FY24 rose sharply on a low base. Now, let's talk about some key pellet price and its trends in H1 FY24. SteelMint's bi-weekly domestic pellet Fe63 index rose to INR 9,330 per ton DAP Raipur in H1 FY24 compared to INR 9,260 per ton in the same period last year. Domestic crude steel production is expected to reach around 135 to 140 million ton in the ongoing fiscal, riding the wave of a strong demand. SteelMint estimates that the country's pellet production is likely to increase 5 to 6% year-on-year in FY24 to around 88 to 89 million ton compared with 84 million ton in FY23. Meanwhile, probable steel production cuts in China in Q3 of the ongoing fiscal are likely to lead to lower imports of pellets from India. However, production controls may not be stringent as the Chinese government cannot afford to compromise on the economic growth momentum and GDP target, as supportive real estate and infrastructure policies suggest.
Don't forget to like, subscribe and share the videos.